Hi, most of you know me, of course I'm Andre, but today I have a very special guest with me, and he's all the way from Babylon, and well, here he is.
Hello, I'm Bob, and I'm a lion. I'm a very ferocious lion. Roar!
Okay, Bob, that's a strange name. It's not a very lion-y name, is it?
Well, what's a lion-y name?
Well, something like Leo or Leon or something like that. But Bob? What sort of name is Bob?
Hey, you're one to talk.
Okay.
But hang on a second. Everybody's looking at you.
Of course they're looking at me. We're on camera. Wave to the camera.
No, they're watching you move your lips.
Bob, shh, don't give the game away.
What game?
What? Just don't give it away.
Okay, I'll sell it.
You'll do what?
I'll sell it on eBay.
You'll sell what on eBay?
I'll sell the game on eBay.
What game?
You said not to give the game away, so I'll sell it on eBay.
Oh dear me. Bob. Anyway, I brought you here, Bob, to ask you what happened the other day with Daniel.
Okay.
Well?
I am well, how are you?
What are you doing? Bob, I brought you here to ask you what happened the other day with Daniel.
Okay.
Well?
I am well, how are you?
Oh my goodness, Bob. What are you doing?
I'm sitting on your hand.
Bob, why are you being so awkward?
Awkward? You think this is awkward? How do you think I feel? You got your hand up my...
Bob. I am so sorry. Bob, behave yourself.
Sorry.
Right, let's try this again. I brought you here to ask you what happened the other day with Daniel.
Okay. You haven't asked me yet.
Okay, Bob, what happened the other day with Daniel?
Well, there I was, in my den, minding my own business, and then, all of a sudden, this man fell on top of me.
What? Well, hang on, go back a wee bit. What happened before then?
I don't know what happened before then. I was in my den the whole time.
Okay, I'll say what happened before then, okay?
Okay.
Well, King Darius appointed governors over the nation of Babylon, and he said 3 administrators over the governors.
Sounds boring.
Yeah, well, that's not the interesting bit. Although Daniel wasn't from Babylon, Daniel was an Israelite. He was from Israel. He was one of God's people. So that's a wee bit interesting, isn't it?
If you say so.
Anyway, the King Darius appointed these governors and these administrators over the governors, and Daniel was one of them. But the other administrators were very jealous of Daniel.
Why were they jealous of Daniel?
Well, because Daniel was so good at his job, and he was doing so well, making them look bad as a result. And so they got jealous of him.
Oh, really?
Yes, they got jealous. So what they decided to do was they decided to hatch a plan.
Ooh, a plan. I love plans.
Well, here's the plan. They knew that Daniel prayed to his God 3 times a day.
3 times a day? Like grace before breakfast, lunch and dinner?
No. Like praying to God, saying that, telling him how much he loves him, worshipping him, asking him to help him and things like that. Real prayers go on for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. So they knew that he prayed for 3 times every day, so they hatched a plan to tell the king that if anyone prays to anyone else but the king, or anyone worships anyone but the king, that they're going to be put into the lion's den.
Hey, that's where I live.
Yeah, that's where you live.
Oh, so did the administrators tell the king this?
Yes.
And did the king make the rule?
Yes, the king made the rule. No one was to worship anyone for 30 days, and if they do, they get thrown into the lion's den.
Hey, that's where I live.
I know that's where you live.
Oh, and did Daniel keep praying to his God?
Yes, Daniel kept praying to his God.
And did they find out?
Yes, they found out.
And that's why they ended up in my den?
That's why they ended up in your den.
Well, hang on a second. Why didn't Daniel just pray to the king or worship the king for 30 days and then go back to praying to his God?
Well, because God commanded him not to do that. God commands everyone to worship him and him alone, and Daniel obeyed that. And so must we.
Even if it means you get eaten by a lion?
Even if it means you get eaten by a lion.
Wow.
But hang on a second. Did you get to eat Daniel?
Well, no, I really wanted to eat Daniel. I mean, he looked so tasty. I wanted to gobble him up.
Well, why didn't you gobble him up?
Well, an angel came along and...
An angel came along and what? What?
An angel came along and shut my mouth.
Raging. So you couldn't eat Daniel?
Hey, my mouth isn't shut anymore.
Sorry, Bob.
Well, the angel shut my mouth and my friend's mouth, and Daniel was safe all night because we couldn't eat him. And then the king came the next morning and asked a really strange question.
What did he ask?
He asked Daniel if his God had kept him safe overnight. He knew that Daniel might be safe. And Daniel shouted that he was okay, and they took him out of my den.
Do you know why God kept Daniel safe?
Nope.
God kept Daniel safe because Daniel stood up for God, even in the face of death. He did what God commanded him, despite the consequences, and God protected him and blessed him.
Oh, but I was so hungry.
Now, don't play the martyr. Bob, did you not get to eat?
Oh, I did get to eat. All those administrators that tried to get Daniel into trouble were thrown into my den, and we got to gobble him up.
That's disgusting.
Hey, I've seen you eat.
Okay, Bob, tell me this. What did you learn from that experience?
That there's more room for the main course if you skip the starter?
No, Daniel. What we learn from that is that when we do what God asks and put him first and trust in Jesus Christ, his son, for the forgiveness of our sins, and we say sorry for all the sins that we've done, and we put our trust in him and live for him and do what he asks us to do, amazing blessings will happen to us as well. And we will get protection, and we will get to live forever. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, me too.
No, Bob. You're a lion. See, boys and girls, that is awesome. When we put our trust in Jesus Christ, when we ask him to forgive us for our sins, when we love him and do what he asks us to do, what it says in the Bible, then we do get to live forever, and we get protected. We get protected from hell because we get to live forever with Jesus in heaven. And in this life on earth, we also get so many blessings, and we get protection, and we get so many things for us as well, if we put our trust in Jesus. That's why I tell everyone about Jesus, and we talk about Jesus, and we sing to Jesus, because we want to tell everyone how awesome he is and how amazing it is to be in a relationship with him, to love him, because he loves you too. So when we stand up for God, despite the consequences, even in the face of death, God does amazing things. He did it for Daniel, and he can do it for us too. But the main thing is, he protects us, and we get to live with him forever and ever, and ever and ever, and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever.